Hi, my name is Marissa Bozarth. I'm the Museum Curator of History for the Burlington County Division of Parks, and we're excited to bring to you another series of our artifact highlights here at the Lyceum. We're going to introduce you to a few artifacts that aren't necessarily always seen by the public, some that are, but you might not always know the story behind them. So we're very excited to be able to share these with you. So this is the charter for what was then the Library Company of Bridgeton, better known as the Mount Holly Library. At the time that the charter was signed, Mount Holly was known as Bridgeton because the only way in or out of town was to cross a bridge. And Rancocas Creek runs right through the middle of town, hence its name. But the charter that we have here is from 1765. It is signed by King George III of England. And a lot of people don't really know what it means to have a charter. It is not establishing the library. The library itself was established several years beforehand, run by a bunch of local men. What the charter is doing is acknowledging the library and saying that they can operate on their own. They are governing themselves. They can make their own bylaws, their own rules, their own constitution. They can collect their own money, things like that, and operate as a kind of their own entity, as opposed to being answerable to, technically they would have been answerable to the British government. Here it is King George authorizing them to function as a library on their own. It's interesting because it's not the only charter King George ever signed. He issued charters all over colonial America, but a lot of people, when you instantly think of King George, you think of the Revolution, you think of, Hamilton, you hear all the songs, King George is this evil guy, where yes, he did some things that we didn't like at that time, but at the same time, he did sign a lot of charters for things like libraries and schools and different institutions that were bettering our society at the same time. So you can see his name in big bold letters at the top. The date is down there at the bottom, and it has their seal on there as well. One of the other interesting things is some of the names that are in here are very common Burlington County names, even still today. You have Buds, Burr, Stokes, Reeves, Brainerd also was one of the founding members for the library, so they're mentioned in here. There's a long list of names that you can still see popping up throughout Burlington County, so they've been influential all the way from the beginning. So the library was able to flourish all the way up until about 2018, becoming the Mount Holly Library. When the township can change their names, they shifted it along with the town.